Hi everybody, welcome back for an update on my entry into the Thermaltake 2020 Case Mod Challenge, Project I.S.A.C. Now since you last saw me, I've built a full system into the case just to test all the equipment and the water cooling gear, just get a little feel for the case and the space inside just to make sure what I want to do will fit. Now I actually thought that I would leave the modding of the case till last. Now as a little reminder, my mod is going to be based on the game Tom Clancy's The Division 2 by Ubisoft Massive. Now if you recall, I said that this case would have had a bit of a hard time. It would be scratched and scraped and scarred, absolutely battered. It would look like it's been through absolute hell. Well, you know how I said I'd mod the case last? I lied. As you can see, we've managed to put a fair old bit of damage on the case already. First off, I cut out the ventilation grills from the back panel using a jigsaw. Now you might actually see those grills a little later in the mod, so keep your eye out for those. Then I put a big gash diagonally across the panel. I did this using a hammer and screwdriver, sometimes a chisel to get a finer dent in there. I then opened up a little cut in the middle using a Dremel cutting wheel and then smacked that in a little bit further. Now to get rid of the paint I used several Dremel attachments, number one being this conical grinding tool, which you wouldn't really think as a paint removing tool, but it did really well at varying how much you could take off. I also used the circular grinding tool on some of the screw holes just to make it look like they'd been overused. One of the tools I tried for paint removal was a wire brush, but it actually just ended up rubbing the metal off onto the panel, which was a bit odd, but kind of worked. At some point I wanted to make it look grubby, as though somebody's hand's been all over it, and it actually comes out really well. While I'm waiting on a few final bits and pieces to take some exact measurements to continue with the case, next up for the modding treatment will be hardware. Now the main chamber of the case is going to have a completely bare metal finish, and this rather dark motherboard isn't quite going to fit in with that, so I'll have to make one or two modifications to it to fit in with that theme. If you want to find out exactly what happens to the motherboard, the case and the rest of the components, you'll need to follow the project log on the Thermaltake forums linked below. You can also follow it on bittech.net, builds.gg and oc3d.net. I'm sure I'll see you all again soon, and remember, stay safe, stay home and keep modding.